So my name is Rishi Singhal. I'm a consultant bariatric surgeon. I'm also a professor of bariatric surgery. I've been working in the NHS for the last 7 to 10 years as a consultant bariatric surgeon. And during this time, I have trained a generation of bariatric surgeons and have performed all kinds of complex bariatric surgery in the NHS and in the private sector. I am also the medical director of Weight Loss Abroad. I often get asked this question, why did we set up Weight Loss Abroad? After working in the NHS for the last 8 to 10 years, I've seen all kinds of bariatric complications. But over the years, I've seen that the number of complications that we are seeing in patients who've had surgery abroad has increased. Frustrated by seeing numerous complications in these patients, I think I and many of my colleagues had the same belief that we need to provide an alternative to our patients in the UK. An alternative that they can trust and where they can get the same level of care that they currently get with the UK providers, both in the NHS and the private. At Weight Loss Abroad, we want to provide an option to all our patients who cannot afford surgery in the UK, but are looking for the same high standards of surgery that they aim to have for their own operation. One of the problems some of our patients face who travel to Turkey or other countries is that when they come back to UK and they have a problem, they have nowhere to go to. It is very difficult to contact your Turkish provider. And even if they are willing to help, there are no facilities to transfer a patient who is unwell from the UK to Turkey at the moment. One of the unique things about Weight Loss Abroad is that we have a huge establishment in the UK. We have a large team of dietitians, nurses, psychologists, and surgeons who work within the UK, within the NHS, and are here to support you. I see hundreds of patients every month who require bariatric surgery. My aim always is to offer all of these patients surgery within the UK. However, unfortunately, not all can afford surgery in the UK. And I understand why patients do travel abroad, because they have suffered with obesity for such a long time and they are trying to find a solution that is within their means. And Turkey, of course, feels close to home. However, that is not the only important thing. What we need to understand is, where is surgery safer? As a professor of bariatric surgery, I have traveled all across the world and I've trained surgeons in many countries. Having operated in India, I realized that the standards in India are second to none. And thus, I genuinely believe that patients who will travel to India to have surgery will actually be safer and are likely to have much better outcomes. Now, what I would like to remind you is that the bariatric surgeons in the UK have to undergo certification. Rigorous processes whereby their outcomes are compared against surgeons across the world. Such processes are not existent in places like Turkey. And this is where Weight Loss Abroad is trying to help you. Weight Loss Abroad is trying to get the same surgeons, the same NHS surgeons that you trust, the surgeons who have been working in the UK to operate on you in India so that we can get the same outcomes that you will get here. A lot of patients ask me, what is the most important part of having bariatric surgery? I tell them it's not only the surgeon or the surgery, the most important part is aftercare. And roughly I would tell my patients that 50% of the effect comes from the surgeon and the surgery, but the remaining 50% of the effect is from the aftercare. The patients who get surgery with us are patients for life. We try supporting them throughout their life, helping them make changes so that they can adapt to their new operation. Bariatric surgery is a continuous process. It just does not end at the operation. It actually starts at the operation. If you're thinking of having weight loss surgery and are planning to travel abroad for this operation, I would urge you to contact our team. Our team has the experience of having managed over 20,000 patients. And I'm quite certain they'll find a solution to every need that you have. So contact Weight Loss Abroad as soon as you can.